Okay, I'm going to show you how we can go ahead and use the Catalina API tool to be able to go ahead and listen to an MQTT feed from an IoT source, and then be able to route that data to an actual back office, say field service or service system. So I'm going to first go and create a script, and what scripts do in our tool set is they allow you to be able to route data and transform data to other systems. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a real quick script here. I've given it a name, and I'm going to go ahead and add some script code. And we can take a look at this script code real quick. And the main guts of this is right here in the transform, where what I'm doing is I'm going to be getting an MQTT message that we're going to be listening to a particular feed on an MQTT broker. And I've got a little simple protocol here that I'm going to split this out so that the message is comma delimited. And so the first segment is going to be the customer ID. The second segment is branch. The third segment is going to be the fault code or reason or what's gone wrong, some notes, and then what equipment failed. So that way we're going to get a message from some device saying, hey, something's failed or something's happened that we need to take advantage of or we need to deal with. And then I'm going to push it through and create a service call entry in Dynamics SL. And you can see I've got a few things just to go ahead and make things easier. I've got a few things in here that are going to default, but you can see here where I'm setting the customer ID to that first segment. I'm setting the branch ID to the second segment. I'm setting the fault code ID, which is the reason or what's gone wrong, along with the equipment ID and the notes. And so I'm just going to save this. First of all, I need to then send it somewhere, and I'm going to go and send that to the Catalina API. And Catalina's API allows you to allows you to write data to Dynamics SL and be able to write it appropriately. And I'm going to just put in a few things in here. So if you know SL, you know company ID and all those types of things. And if you've got our API, you know how that works as well. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to go ahead and take this data that came from the MQTT post. We're going to go ahead and create a service call object, and then we're just going to pass it to Catalina's API, which will then generate a service call based on this event. So I'm going to then save this. Now I've got a service call that says save MQTT message service call. Now I'm going to go back and now create a MQTT listener, and I'm going to go and just call this IoT event. I'm just going to make the same description, and I'm just going to grab my host, and so I've just got this on a local machine here in my network. If I don't put the port in here, it'll automatically do a default port, username, password. I'm not going to deal with that. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to listen to an MQTT broker, and then it's going to take the data. Once it sees something that comes into this topic, it's going to then go and push that to our script. And now I'm going to choose the script, send MQTT service to message to service call, and I'm going to save it. So now I've got an MQTT feed that's sitting here that's going to always be sitting there monitoring this topic, and then push it out to Dynamics SL through our API. So now I'm just going to bring up a Bourne shell, and I'm going to simulate what an IoT device would do. And it's going to send something like it's going to send something to this feed, and then you can see here's the little protocol that I created real quick that will go ahead and send data. So I just go ahead and send it, and it's been sent. And now let me go into Dynamics SL. Let me cancel that and bring up a new one. There's my service call. So now quickly from an IoT device. An event happened out there. Maybe in this case, temperature overheating happened. Here's my problem ID that automatically filled in for me. Temperature overheating. It chose my equipment ID. It went to the appropriate customer ID and branch, and we could go ahead and fill out all kinds of information. And it doesn't have to just be with Dynamics SL. It could be with any system, but in this case, we did it with Dynamics SL, and you can see how quickly from some kind of IoT device, within a minute or two, we've been able to then route that data and be able to create a service call in our service system. If you've got any questions, feel free to contact us at sales@catalinatechnology.com.